Hey.
Welcome back, y'all. What's up?
It's just being the Joneses.
Just being the Joneses.
It's just being the Joneses. It's just being the Joneses. So we back for episode 9.
Episodes.
Yeah. And I hope everybody is doing well.
Yes, indeed.
So I just finished a project that I'm happy that I am finished with, because it's been a long time coming.
Yeah.
So I was working on a project for my dad. He has a book coming out soon. So if y'all are interested, it's a spiritual religion book called You Shall Know the Truth by Robert L. Lewis the first.
I know I'm getting my copy.
And so now I'm on to the next project, which is another book for myself. All right. So, yeah. So it's a couple of things that we want to talk about today. A few multi-topic episodes. So, I've been seeing a lot of little things about people being like your current partner being really close friends with your ex. And I know some people not down with that. I guess some people cool with it. I don't know what you think.
It depends on the situation. It depends on the couple. I probably wouldn't be okay with it too much, depending on, if you're, say like your ex-husband, if y'all had that type of relationship where y'all were, still like friends,
Mm-hmm.
but, obviously there'd be boundaries set and everything, but if y'all still had good communication, good friendship, because y'all been knowing each other for a long time.
So you would be close friends with him because of me and him friends?
Me and him being close friends?
That's what I said.
Oh, I thought you meant, I thought you meant you and your ex. Like the person and their ex, not the...
No, I'm talking about you.
Oh, we talking about that?
Yeah.
Good. I don't know. I could give it a try. If it was, depending on who it was.
And to a certain extent, I don't think I'll be okay with my current partner being super close to my ex. I think it depends. So, I feel like the exes, everybody should get along for the sake of the kids. Like, I really, real big on that. Like, everybody should really get along for the sake of the kids.
Are we talking about, how close are we talking about, like, friend?
I'm talking about, like, close. Like, me and my best friend.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
I ain't saying that close. I'm saying, just for the sake of just being cool with a person. And
yeah, you could be cool, but I'm talking about these people are tight. And I'm like, okay, why are you so close? I would be like, why are you so close with my ex? Like, for real. Like, that's kind of, I don't know, that's like to me, and I'm not even going to say it's weird because different strokes for different folks, but why would my ex want to be so close to my current partner anyway? Especially if y'all ain't have no type of friendship, nothing like that prior to us getting together. Like, I feel like it's some vindictive stuff going on. Like, why you want to be that close to my partner?
Well, I wouldn't be that close anyway. It wouldn't be no like real close, like me hanging out, going to games, not like that. But I'm talking about like close and just for the sake of, we all know each other.
Like, for instance, when we was watching the show that we watch on Cherish Today. So she talked to his ex. She met his ex, talked to his ex. They was like, oh, I like you. She was like, I like you too. They vibe with each other. Yeah. She has to be around the woman, kids.
Yeah.
And everything like that. And I get being cool in that way.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have an issue with that at all. Like, for instance, like me and my oldest bonus daughter, me and her mama have never been like best of friends, but at the same time, we still were cool enough. Cool. Yeah. cool enough where I could even have a conversation with her, whatever, converse with her, whatever. But it was never one of them situations where it's like we was that close as to like me and my best friend type. Like she not my being in a best friend status, you know. And I believe in that. Like I believe in being cordial. I believe in being everybody can get together, eat dinner, and you know the kids, you know, see this and. I really feel like it should be normalized.
It should be normalized, yes. It shouldn't be so much drama behind it. But yeah, stuff like that, eating dinner, even family, any type of family gathering. I mean, stuff like that is all positive. It should be all good. It should be normal to do that. But unfortunately, the way society works is that you got to have drama behind it. Yeah. Somehow some drama got to slip up in there.
And you know how it is in our family. Like, we don't kick nobody out of our family. Like, if somebody get divorced, they ain't got nothing to do with us.
That's right.
You know, or whatever. You know, if they decide that they don't want to be around us anymore, that's their choice. Yeah. But we're not gonna be like, okay, y'all been married for 20 years, so and then y'all get divorced and no, you ain't my sister no more, or you ain't my brother no more, or something like that. You know, no, we like, you still family. Like, we have our own relationships with those people. But you know, I mean, as far as like being like best friends, like, it's just like super tight with your ex. Yeah. That would not work for me. Like, because, and then even if you did, like, what about the people who do that? Like, I'm not gonna knock it unless you allowing it to come into your relationship and cause problems. Because I saw a situation where it was a woman, she was like really best friends, really close to the ex, her man's ex, and then they ended up having some issues, and then the two women got together and was like, talking about him, and she was like, I left him, and she was like, you know what I'm saying, the ex was like, he this and that, and I'm like, okay, so did the ex come in there and try to throw some salt in the game, and you was just naive enough to follow behind that, you know, whatever.
I can see somebody doing that too.
Because if even if I was super close with, and like with you, for instance, when you talked about your ex, like your ex-wife, you never talked bad about her and stuff like that. So it wasn't that, you know, it wasn't that you were saying anything bad about her, trying to drop any bad reputation and have me see her in a bad light at all.
There was no need for that.
Yeah, so it was just like. And then y'all was cool, you know, or whatever. Yeah. But at the same time, you know, when we got together, y'all was like really cool or whatever.
Yeah, so it's still communicating, really
so
good.
I mean,
and we still had a child together in elementary school age. So I mean, you know, so yeah, me and my ex, we were still cool, and you know, still hit each other up every now and then. Hey, how you doing? Making sure everybody's straight.
Yeah, and I remember she even invited us to her people's house. Like, I think it was her sister or something one time, you know, or whatever. When we were gonna be, if we were all gonna be in Jacksonville when she was there one time. So it's just like, I mean, but at the same time, you know, like if one of my exes wanted to be super tight and cool with one of his exes, let's just say, would have wanted to be super tight, cool with me, and they was coming in, like, if she was coming in here and kind of talking about you in a negative way, then I'm already be like, okay, hold on, you know what I'm saying? Like, so, but it was never, we never had anything like that going on, but I've seen it, so I'm like, if you are out there and you're deciding that I'm gonna be super close to my partner's ex, make sure you creating boundaries and protecting what you have, and that if there's no alternative motive or anything like that coming from the person on the outside.
But if folks are really loyal, you know, if the couple's really loyal, then nobody else will be able to come in and do those things anyway.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, we're all human. We may, like you said, be naive. Something may slip in or whatever. Because somebody will try. But I mean, if you ain't try to let anybody talk about your ex, your partner, you know, whoever you're in a relationship with, then it ain't gonna happen. You know, it's gonna get shut down right there immediately. That's the way I see it. I mean,
yeah, and some people operate that way. It depends on your maturity level too.
Yeah.
Because then, you know, sometimes you might, oh girl, I know him because he did this. Well, that looked like the same thing he was doing when we was together. You know, stuff like that. But
right.
I don't know. And then at the same time, maybe he just with both of them. I mean, I'm just saying knowingly, not on the side, but or sometimes it could be that in the back. You know, you just trying to keep. But I'm just saying, like, it could be like, hey, we just gonna do this thing all together. You know, just the three of us. You know.
You know, to the sister wives. Is that what you saying? Am I hearing that correctly?
That's absolutely what it sounds like, don't it?
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Which is happening.
I mean,
it's
people
happening.
have been told. I've been told that, like, for instance, when Keita came to stay with me, or whatever, when me and her dad was no longer together at all, wasn't really even in communication like that.
Yeah.
And it was between me and her mom that she would come stay and go to school from my house. Mm-hmm. And that was the understanding that we had. And some people looked at that as it being weird because it's like her dad is not really, that ain't got nothing to do with her dad. It's just me and her. But her relationship with me had nothing to do with my relationship with her father.
Yeah.
So, and her mom still took care of her, you know what I'm saying? So,
they took advantage of opportunity for the child.
Yeah.
Basically,
yeah. So
to get away from, to go live in your neighborhood and go to different schools.
The school she wanted her to go to. So I didn't see an issue with that at all. Right. You know, and why can't you be, like you said, society be wanting you to be in drama?
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. And like you say, it seemed weird because that's going against the grain, against the norm. Society, again, for some reason we thrive on violence, or not, drama and stuff like that. But anything positive like that is weird, which is crazy and unfortunate because we should be able to do those things on a normal basis. Mm-hmm. That shouldn't be weird because given the scenario, it's a great idea that y'all did that and it worked.
Yeah, it did work. For the time it worked. Yeah. Yep. So, but, I don't know. I guess I wouldn't ever, I never thought about seeing myself in a best friend relationship with my partner's ex or anything like that. Being cordial, being able to talk, being able to have a good conversation, being able to be in the same room. Yeah. All of that is cool. You know, that's real cool. You know, and I think that's good to do that. But all that best friend stuff, no. And it's like the boundaries, like, hey, you got to really, if you're going to create a situation like that, you got to really stick to your boundaries. Because that's just like on the opposite side that you was talking about in the beginning. Like, if you was like really close friends, like best friends status with your ex, that still come with boundaries.
Of course.
So everything kind of come with boundaries, so to speak. But yeah. But, as far as all that, I don't know, but it's all, I think you just got to be careful. Even with, if you got to be careful with the people that you didn't have a past with, when it comes to your relationship, you got to be careful with the people you had a past with. And when I say that, not saying that everybody is going to have some type of plan to destroy what you have, but sometimes people cross boundaries that they don't recognize that they're crossing, or that they think is okay. Yeah. Because everybody thinks differently, and some people feel like, I'm the mother of his child, or I'm the mother, I'm here, or my kid there, so I should be able to come when I want to come, or any things like that. But at the same time, it's like sometimes people don't recognize that if a person has an issue in the relationship, that you're on the outside, you are not. It's not on you to decide how those people the boundaries they should create, even if that boundary has to do with you. So, a lot of people get mad.
Maybe it used to be okay to, do those things before they got together, saying maybe the ex used to come over or call whenever, all those things, but, you set those boundaries and then, you got to let them know, hey, I know this is how it used to be, but let's try to can you calm that down a little bit, because let us know before you come over, or give us a call, say, hey, is it okay if I come through, or whatever, things like that.
Yeah, that's right. It should be boundaries around that, especially anything to me opposite sex, or if you're interested in the same sex or whatever it looks like, you got to have those boundaries because you got to protect it. your investment. And that's what to me, my relationship is really an investment. Like, I've been in this for a minute. And it's an investment. Yeah.
Can't go back.
So, I mean,
can't go back to our 20s.
But we do pretty good at protecting what we have anyway, so, but not everybody sees things on the same, not all partners together in a relationship see things on the same level when it comes to stuff like that too. And I think that's how a lot of things get. If you can't stick together and agree on the boundaries that you set for people on the outside, then it's going to be hard for those people to respect that, because it's like you over here with the boundary and you over here, you ain't even on the same page.
That's right.
So who gonna respect something? Like, they gonna be thinking it's okay.
Yeah, they gonna take it serious.
Yeah.
Because I mean, if you're not unified like that, keeping that foundation up, those boundaries up, and people are just taking it like, oh well, they ain't doing it, so, or they don't know what they want to do, so I'm gonna just do what I want to do.
Yeah, exactly. And somebody might allow them to do that because they might not feel like they might want them, and it could be a lot of different reasons why they're allowing somebody to do things, or in their relationship, and then want to call the person they're with insecure because they don't agree with it or something like that. Yeah. But you have to realize that, okay, so what's your priority here? What is your priority? Because who is your priority? Because if that's your priority out there, then that's the person you probably need to be thinking about being with. Yeah. Because yeah.
Simple as that.
So, and we was talking about gift giving, right? So the opposite sex.
Yep.
Giving a gift.
Did y'all see the short?
Gift giving. So, like, I'm like, okay, so what's appropriate? Because I saw somebody giving someone a diamond necklace, which sparked it. So I'm like, this thought in my head. So I'm like, what's the appropriate gift that somebody of the opposite sex, a friend or whomever? Because even sometimes you have a mom or dad of your child that gives you a gift for Mother's Day, Father's Day, birthday, whatever, and say it's from the kid. But what's an appropriate, even if they say it's from the kid, you know what I'm saying? Or if it's an opposite sex friend, period. Like, what's an appropriate price, cutoff, limit, whatever? Or does it really matter?
It depends on who it is first. Because I'm saying, like, okay, so for example, your long-time running best friend, male friend, who you've been knowing a long time.
That's what I said was like a brother to me.
Not him. I don't think it's him. I'm talking about, he's married now.
Oh, okay.
Y'all, he's a producer. He does music, all this stuff. So if he got you something, and y'all been knowing each other a long time, so, good friends, I don't think y'all even got into it, like, no. Mm-mm. So if y'all good friend, and if it's something like, okay, he saw something that he knew you would really like, and he wanted to get it for you because he's like, oh, I know she would really like this, you know what I'm saying? So if I get it for her, and he just give it to you, as he just gifted it to you for, he say, go ahead, I'm gonna save it for Mother's Day or whatever, then something like that's coming from him, I probably wouldn't mind too much.
But he's married, so it'll be coming from him and his wife.
Okay, I guess, yeah.
So like,
but I think even before he was even married, I think I would still be kind of okay with knowing that it's him, because I know it's him.
But what would be?
I kind of know him, and I can't. A price range you about to
mention?
I don't know. With somebody like him, I don't know.
So he ain't got to give me paparazzi like you said. Everybody else paparazzi jury. You know what I'm saying? If it's paparazzi, it's too much. If it ain't that, it's too much.
But given this particular guy, I trust him. I guess it depends on the trust. Because I trust him. I came to know him. He's a cool guy. He's always invited my house, and vice versa. We've always been invited to his house. He's a really good guy. I don't have anything negative to say about this dude. And if he got you something like, say if there's a pair of shoes he knew you would like, or you also there's a bag or something. Just anything that he knows.
So if it's some Gucci
you would
shoes?
really like. I don't think he would buy you some Gucci shoes.
No, I couldn't really get him to buy me a sandwich when we was when we was both single, so I'm just saying. But yeah.
He might get some Gucci shoes. Might not be no Gucci shoes. If you look a little harder, you'll see it really like Gucci. But
and me on the other hand, I feel like you screwed all your friends in the past, so I don't know. I wouldn't probably be okay with that.
I definitely did. She give me so much credit. Lord have mercy. These girls give me so much credit. Good God Almighty. You'd have swear every other woman I crossed paths with. I know.
But no, for real though. But so if I would say it does depend on the,
the person.
it definitely depends on the gift.
Yeah.
To me, it depends on the gift. I don't care about the person.
Or like the guy who say you who y'all went to school with, you grew up with him, you just call him your brother.
Yeah.
That guy. I mean, even him. I mean, because y'all been,
well, he came out baby shower. He brought us a gift.
Even him.
So
I mean, still. I mean, if he got you something, because he be overseas a lot.
But that's because my friends are have from the very beginning been super respectful of you for one, and then I have not had any intercourse or no type of romantic relationship with these people.
As far as I know.
So it happens. So I mean, that's just I mean, they just been super respectful. You don't have to even. I haven't even had to create any boundaries because they've never tried to cross any.
Yeah.
To be honest, it's like it's always unspoken.
Some people just
whatever.
know,
Yeah. So I don't know, but like one of the friends that we have that you was friends with first, because we went to school. We all went to school together, but that was your friend in school. Like she just recently came over here not long ago. Mm-hmm. So like, if she bought you a gift, I wouldn't even think it was, I mean, if it's extravagant, most people that ain't got nothing, unless they like, most people that don't have any type of love interest in you, not gonna get you some extravagant, drop hundreds and hundreds of dollars on you, no way. Yeah. That just ain't gonna happen.
That would be odd and out of ordinary.
Yeah, to me. I mean, I could be wrong. It could be people like that do and don't mean nothing by it. And maybe it depends on their status.
And it may be okay, yep.
They're price bracket.
For me, it would be kind of weird. Like if that particular woman, did buy me something, $1,000 gift or whatever. I mean, that would be kind
unless it was for us together. Like here's going $1,000 for y'all to go on a trip or something. I was like, okay. It's something. But I don't know. I think if it's something expensive, it should be gifted to, the couple. The couple. If it's coming from like an opposite sex friend or something like that, even if,
well, like I said, one of your friends saw something that you would particularly like. It's for you.
Right, but it's still a limit to that. To me, it will still be a limit because even with the person you was first talking about, if he wanted to get me, and I'm gonna call her and ask her about this situation because we should have had them on here. Because if he come up and be like, oh, I want to get this for April, and it costs, it's very, very expensive, she might be like, why you want to get that for her?
Yeah. I mean,
now if it's something for us, what about let's get this for April and Boss, and it's something for us together, then it probably wouldn't be an issue.
Probably wouldn't be an issue.
So it just depends. Like, I don't know. Some stuff is, in a way, and sometimes, it's just sometimes you just gotta keep your eyes open. That's all I'm saying.
You always
gotta keep your eyes.
You always
keep your eyes open, and know who you have around. And sometimes I understand people do think that they know who they have around them, and then they get very disappointed, very hurt because they think that the person that they would never do them a certain way did them a certain way, and stuff. Just like I seen with it was a singer, and I can't remember her name exactly, but she was saying that she do not allow her female friends to her house. She's married now, and she don't let her female friends come to her house. So it was a big controversy about that, and how she was insecure and she needed to trust her mate and da. And I think with a situation like that, it don't always have to do with the trust for your mate. I think sometimes it has to do with opening up a certain door or giving space for anything to be able to happen that is gonna cause that you have to even that can cause some type of conflict. Like, do she think that maybe one of her female friends or somebody, whoever, may go in the shower, they don't know how to dress appropriately about somebody's man, or would they say? And granted, if you think that your friend may say that your man tried to make a pass at her when he didn't. Should that really be your friend? But sometimes people think they know people and they just don't know. You know, they just don't. They have trust issues with people for a reason. Maybe something happened where her cousin, look at cousin Faith. Look at cousin Faith from Soul Food.
There's a lot of cousin Faiths out there.
Yeah, I mean, she never thought in a million years that her cousin would sleep with her man. But I mean, she went all the way with him, or like Zatima, how Fatima's friend came to her house and tried to come on to her man, but her man was like, no, you know what I'm saying? And then this created a conflict because now you was my homegirl, you was like my sister to you, and now I gotta put you away because you just tried me and you just crossed a bold line.
The most disrespectful way.
The most disrespectful way. Because a lot of women feel closer. It's a different type of closeness, but closer in the sense to their friends. It's like you like my sister, and you certain things you think they'll never do. Even if the back of your mind you think your man might, you don't know what, I don't know what he out there doing, but I know my friend would never do this. You know, so it's a certain.
And then your friend go do that.
Yeah, and then
she tried it.
It was like she was going through. Fatima was going through a grieving process, and she was grieving her friendship with this woman, and she was like super hurt, and I get it. But maybe that's what the single was thinking. Like, if I don't let you at my house, then I ain't got to worry about this happening. But
one of her friends probably said something that was that made her think that, okay, yeah, I would if I had a chance. You know, I mean, she probably sometimes people just say little things and you pick up on that and it stick with you, and then you be like, okay, well, you can't come around my man, or you know, like whatever.
Yeah,
I remember that situation. I can't remember who that was.
Though. Yeah, and I think because somebody was saying something about. They had somebody at their house that it was letting, you know, they were over there, and she came out of the bathroom or somewhere with a towel wrapped around her. And the husband told his wife, like, hey, I just want to let you know she came out the bathroom with a towel wrapped around her, you know, whatever. But he maybe she didn't mean that by it. Maybe she just didn't think that this is not how you're supposed to be walking around someone's house who have a man there. She
meant something.
But you know, some people don't actually like. Some people's manners is just like
off.
Yeah, their boundaries. They don't know. They don't have good boundaries when it comes to other people, and they don't have good boundaries when it comes to themselves either.
Right.
But she could have. I don't know what she was thinking. But whatever happened, that man was like, "Hold up." He went and told her because he was like, "I'm gonna let her know just in case she tried to say something." Yeah. You know, whatever. And sometimes it be the men that don't trust the women that they want to bring around.
Exactly. Because we already gonna have that negative strike against us just because we're a man. So I mean, so I get that. I understand that. I would be the same way though. I mean, you know, somebody doing something, or if it's somebody around me who I don't trust, another one like one of your friends or whoever. I do the same thing. Like, hey, take it with you.
I got one friend, and we definitely super. Like my best friend, she one of the people who will pull up at my house. If I'm not home, she'll sit and wait out in the driveway from me. And I'm like, what is happening? Like, go in the house, because I already trust her in a way where I know. And she's like, nope, if you ain't home, I wouldn't even be going in there. I just be sitting out in the waiting on you to come in. But I'm like, girl, wait, you come.
I honestly don't think she'll do that.
What, sit in the chat? Yeah. You think she just talking?
I think
I'll be like, girl, you don't get your behind in that house.
I think that was what, a few years ago?
No, she still say this right now today, all the time.
I don't know. I would go out there and drag her out of the car, drag her in the house. And like, hey, let's have coffee, let's talk. Cause you ain't. That's weird though. That's weird.
I don't think it's weird.
I mean, with this particular woman, you know,
but with it being her, you kind of be like, girl, come on.
Yeah, cause she ain't gotta do all that. I mean, she's your friend.
She is very, very.
But I can see if some wouldn't feel comfortable doing that. You know, they'll wait on you. But this one in particular, you know, she all right. You know, I mean,
she's very, very, very respectful.
Yeah.
Nobody has ever. I've never had to say. Now, if I've never had to tell you or say something or mention anything about any type of boundary, and plus I see that you keep good boundaries around your relationship, then that gives me more trust, because I see you keep, not only do you keep good boundaries around your relationship, but you also nobody has to tell you, that this is a respectful boundary to keep when it comes to somebody else's man.
Yeah.
So and she might be a little bit over the top with the boundary, but at the same time, it shows me that she's good with her boundaries. Mm-hmm. And even in other things, not just with this, but with other things, she's pretty good with boundaries too. Yeah. So if you are good, because a person that's not good at protecting their own situation and they don't set good boundaries for their thing, it kind of, sometimes those are people who also don't know good boundaries when it comes to inserting themselves in certain, you know what I'm saying? And they may not always mean something, but they don't know good boundary. They don't know how to set up for other people, and they don't know how to create it for themselves. So if I have to mention to you that this ain't what we do or whatever, and you just didn't know that for yourself as a grown woman or whomever, not saying that good boundary setting got to do with age, because it don't. But I mean, I don't know. It's just, I just go by stuff like that. That's what I kind of go by at the same time. So
I think a lot of women feel like, hey, I've been through something, I've been hurt, and I wouldn't want to hurt my friend like that. So,
but a lot of people don't.
A lot of people don't, though. Yeah, unfortunately. But some do.
Unfortunately, you got a whole bunch that don't give a crap.
I've been there, and I don't want to hurt. I won't want to see my friend to get hurt, because my friend is like my sister, family, and I wouldn't want her to be hurt like that. Not on my account. Right. That's a lot of women think, which is great.
That's good to think like that.
That's how it should be.
It's just the ones that don't think that, and they don't care if they hurt their own family.
Some don't care who they hurt. Yeah. Because they've been hurt, maybe, and they'll be like, well, you know what? Oh well, I'm gonna hurt whoever to get what I want.
Or I ain't responsible, or her man should have did or didn't do or whatever. But sometimes it's, like I said, nothing to do with the man, because the man has been accused. I am full aware that there have been men out there that's been accused of things that they have not done. Mm-hmm. And it's to try to break up somebody, or whatever. Yeah. And or somebody has taken something more, over than what it was, like a hug or something. You might have thought that, or either or anything. Like, you look at some women 3 seconds too long, and they think you look. Oh, girl, he was looking at I was over there. He was looking at my booty, or he was staring at me, or. You know what I'm saying? Just stuff like that, Yeah. So, and if you got to go say that, then you don't need to be here. So, everybody should be able to feel comfortable around everyone. And that's just, So, but, so next, so there's a 30-day sex challenge, and this is what made me kind of think about this topic. There's a 30-day sex challenge.
30 days straight?
30 days straight. But it's rules. Hey. There's rules to it. So somebody posted this in a wives group I was in, and so I looked into it, and I was like, okay, you want to do this 30-day challenge, but we really haven't sat down yet and went through the rules of different things like that, because you can alter it and change it up how you want to change it up or whatever that suits you in your relationship. But it's on Reddit, and I'll put the link down in the description box or whatever. So if anybody would like to try to participate in that with their mate, then that link is there. And I think it's to be good, just something good to do, throw in there, or whatever. Don't be all mundane all the time, things like that. Just throw something.
Yeah, because I don't believe in November. So, since we in November, this is a good time to do that.
But you believe in what's the day with no penis, brown, whatever. Well, but anyway, so I don't believe in no nut November either. So we on the same page about that.
Yeah. Definitely. Because that's just unhealthy. That is very unhealthy. I don't know
who came up with that. What? But I can see somebody doing that.
And the fools are actually still the ones. They're the ones they're the fools. The ones actually doing it.
No, it's not foolish to do it if that's what you want to do. Because what if somebody is fasting from it? What if somebody is fasting from sex? It's okay to fast from sex.
Is it?
It may not be. It may not not be for everybody, but I'm just saying, because somebody might, you can fast from what you want to fast from.
Yeah.
Some people fast from sweets. Some people fast from social media. Some people fast from sex. Now, if they do it for 30 days, I don't know. I mean, 40 days.
Some do,
like
no nut November, the whole month, 30 days. That's their 30-day challenge, and they do that now, and I have no idea why.
You say it's unhealthy. That's funny.
It is unhealthy. Dr. Malik on Dr. Malik, the urologist on YouTube, she said, "Don't do that, John. That junk is very unhealthy."
She said, "Don't do that."
Yes, that's my urologist right there, Dr. Malik. Because she said exactly what I wanted to hear. So.
Well, the Bible even say that if you're gonna fast, you should discuss it with your husband.
Yeah.
Like because if you're fasting and your fast includes, because some people fast and when they fast from food, they fast also includes like sex and stuff too. But it's something you discuss with your spouse. You just don't decide that, oh, I'm just gonna go on this strike or this fast for this amount of time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
hey, we can discuss it. I mean, but hey, you don't have to participate, but that don't mean I'm good.
Now you gotta clarify that because
so I mean I'm saying you ain't got
you alone, your hand,
no,
you in your home.
No, I'm talking about if you want to lay there and I do my thing.
What?
You just give me what I need.
Oh my gosh, that's not the same. That's not me fasting from sex.
That is you fasting because you ain't.
Not that I want to fast from sex. I'm just saying that's not me fasting from sex. Though. How? If I'm still getting it, you.
I mean, hey, you ain't. You could read a book or something about it.
Lord have mercy. Okay. So I'm gonna let whatever.
Just turn over the side, you know.
So basically, what about like scheduling sex? So okay, I saw somebody said I ain't scheduling no sex. I saw somebody say that one time when I was saying something about scheduling sex, and honestly, it's certain clients that I have had that I have actually suggested that they schedule it. Yeah. And I don't think there's anything wrong with scheduling sex because guess what? You schedule sex whether you think you schedule it or not. So let's just say you your spouse or mate, whoever they call in and say, hey, when I get home, be ready. You know what I'm saying? That's scheduling sex. That's not necessarily putting it on the calendar and saying we're gonna have sex this day, we're gonna have sex this day, we're gonna have sex this day. Yeah. But that is calling ahead. You know, like in a restaurant, you might not be able to make reservations for all restaurants, but you can call ahead.
Yeah.
That's
in the book. Yeah.
So you really calling ahead and saying, hey, this is gonna go down.
Yeah.
That's like, to me, scheduling sex is all within the same to me, in a way.
I mean, I never see a problem with it. I mean, it sounds funny, but, you know, there's really not a problem with it from what I see, because, and it definitely depends on the couple, because what if a couple they're so busy that they find themselves not having sex?
Yeah.
When they kind of want to, well, they say they want to, but they're not, because they're just so busy, whatever. Schedule it.
Yeah.
Say, hey, all right, 8:30. Let's try it once a week.
We're gonna have Wacky Wednesday. So we gonna Wacky.
8:30 p.m. Wednesdays. You know, let's be ready for that. You know, I mean.
Yeah. I mean, that can work for a lot of people. Now I get it. If you one of the people who just absolutely decide that it's no way on God's green earth that I'm about to schedule some sex for whatever reason you think like that, it's fine. But I hope you're getting it in, and when you see that there might be a need to schedule, schedule it. Because you ain't got to, try to change the way you think about it, because it's better to schedule it and get it and have that in your relationship and have that sexual connection than to not schedule it and don't have it.
That's right.
It's like,
and wonder why you're frustrated and being unhealthy.
Because hunger ain't always just about food.
That's right. Goodness. I know my mood changed.
But yeah, so I mean, keep it alive, keep the sexual connection alive, keep the intimate see the emotional connection alive, the spiritual connection alive, the mental. Yeah. And when I say mental, I mean, like, I know I get where, like, I like to talk, I like to discuss things, I like to expand my mind. And sometimes I read stuff and I want to discuss it. So that's mental intimacy to me, to be able to sit with my partner and be able to discuss certain things, and we can talk about things and all of that, and all different types of things, you know. And just be able to be mentally connected as well, you know. I like the connections. Mm-hmm. I think all of that stuff is important. And like a lot of people say, like in the beginning of your relationship, you want to be around each other, you want to spend time together, and you have, you know, you feel this way and you that way. But after you've been together for so long, you don't feel those things anymore. Keep those things going, because we still like to be around each other. Yeah,
I still race home after work
and be like,
get off as soon as I can, get home. You know.
But yeah, so I mean, yeah. So anyway, if you need to schedule sex, schedule sex. Yeah, if you real close friends with one of your exes, your partner exes, create boundaries. Don't let somebody come in and mess up your relationship. Yeah. If you're giving this gift to someone that's in a relationship and you're the opposite sex friend or one of them people in a relationship, find out what's okay, what's not okay, because you know, you don't want to be looking like you're trying to come in and swoop something. Oh, I'm going to get her this diamond necklace. Then you put it around her neck for her and everything. What?
Especially knowing if a man can't get it or if he's struggling to get it, you know that, and then you go buy her something.
I know, now that is crazy.
That's what I'm saying.
Now that's crazy. Like I know, and then it's like now you're discussing our financial situation with this person, then that's another issue. You know, just like discussing.
They're not supposed to know those things.
Yeah, you should not be discussing your relationship stuff with your ex or their ex or I really honestly am very particular about anybody I'm gonna talk to anyways about my relationship stuff, but at the same time, like, no, that's just like, sometimes people prey on coming to you to talk about, like, women, if you out there and you got an opposite sex male friend or whatever, and he's married or in a relationship, and he come to you about his problems and vice versa, direct him to the person he with. To maybe y'all need to go to counseling. Maybe you need to talk to her about that. Whatever, you know what I'm saying. But to always be coming to me, if you were my opposite sex friend and you always coming to me by yourself to discuss, you know, things going on in your relationship, I'm gonna handle that a certain way, because
he trying to get a shoulder to lean on.
And women do it too.
Women do it a lot. Yeah.
Yeah,
they're so better than me.
And some women be ready and available for a man in a relationship to come and sit and listen to whatever problems he having with that woman, because then they be going, well, she this and she did that, and sometimes that give them the and I've seen this, and I'm not just talking because I'm talking. I've seen this. Well, when they creep in to that and cross those boundaries, well, she wasn't doing this and she wasn't doing that. Baby, it ain't your place to go do what she ain't doing. I'm just saying, let him come out of that relationship with her. That's the thing. Come out of that relationship if it's that bad, and then you can go get anybody you want to get to do whatever you need them to do that you feel like she wouldn't do. But for some reason, he still want to be in this miserable relationship that he keeps saying is miserable, but still going and getting what he getting from the outside. So come on now, let's make it make sense. He's still there.
He's still there. He's still there.
Well, on the flip side, she's still there.
Yeah, they still there for a reason.
So, hey. Yeah. But we talked about a lot of things today, so we gonna. I gotta go shoe shopping.
Yeah.
And football coming on. So you gotta go get ready for that. And so I enjoyed this video.
It was good, yeah. Very good discussion. Very good discussions.
Yes. And so y'all make sure y'all like, subscribe,
hit that bell,
share, Share it with your friends.
Do everything.
Comment and let us
it.
know what y'all think about some of the things that we say. We ain't gonna get mad. We want to hear y'all opinions. You don't have to agree with us.
Yeah.
We don't have to agree with you. But you know,
Yeah.
we just chatting it up, and everybody's opinions are welcome. And we just being us. Y'all know how we do it. Just being the Joneses.
That's right.
Can't be nobody but us.
That's right.
So, we definitely encourage y'all to leave comments and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And we appreciate y'all for tuning in. Thank you so much.
Yep. It's
Y'all
just
have a
being
great
the
day.
Joneses.
Just being the Joneses.
Bye bye.